Here's the Elliott Wave forecast for June 7th, 2011 on the S&P 10-day chart. The best case scenario is that what we're seeing here is an ending diagonal that be A, B, C, D, and then E at the close. But we close at the lows, and this is a little bit longer than would be a natural ending diagonal. It's actually equal length to the first wave of 1345 down to 1305, and this could be an extended third wave down or worse. So any rally from here would be a 4, and then you probably get a fifth wave and the extension down. And you could probably even test 1250 to 1260 to the downside or worse if this turns into extension. But if we bottom here and end in diagonal, that'd probably be the ideal scenario. But it's just a relentless, hideous drop. It's almost like it was unpredictable to see how far this would drop without actually rallying. And hopefully this is an ending diagonal, because if that is, then we might have bottomed. If you look at the 3 months, actually go back 3-year chart for the S&P. Go back a little bit further. We have some readings. You can't see it here, but it looks like an ABC flat so far, and a C could actually go back to as far as 1250 to 1260 to the downside. That'd be A, B, and C and flat. But the RSI is actually right at the lows set way back in May, June of 2010, where we bottomed in the middle of, right near the end of June, we bottomed between May and June, excuse me, May and July. And the RSI was right around 30-ish. And that's where we are right now. And each time we hit that level of around 20 to 30, 25 to 30, then we bottomed. And if you look at the slow stochastics, they're at 0 right now. Really close to 0, probably like 10 or 5 or 10 in the slow stochastics on the 3-year chart. So that's another bottom reading that I rely on. The two most important indicators for me for bottoms are the RSI and the slow stochastic. When you have them both at bottom readings, then typically we bottom, and it rarely fails. I mean, I rarely had a time where I seen RSI at these levels, and slow stochastic at these levels with an ABC formation. And actually, let me get the 3 month chart, because there's a little hope that we might have got a zigzag completed, because on the S&P, an A equals C would target 1285, and that was the intraday low today. That would be A, B, and C. So this could be a zigzag that completed, and we have an RSI at around 25 and a stochastic at 0. So we might have, there's a good chance, actually, they might have bottomed here. But yes, this is a relentless drop, so I wouldn't count out the 1250 target yet, because the um, the VIX at only 18, which is a really bad sign, actually. Out of all the bottom readings, when you have a VIX that low, it means that there's still more downside to go. It's only at 18 and a half, which is so surprising right now. But we do have RSI at 25 and stochastic at 0, so that's a good sign. For NASDAQ, this could be A, B, and C at best. And an A equals C would target 2685, so there could be a little more downside. This is an A equals C. Pretty complex, but I can see a zigzag that's formed in this 3-month chart in the NASDAQ. And the stochastic is around 25, and the stochastic at 0, and the RSI is at around 25 to 30. For the Dow, ABC will target as low as 11,900, and we're almost there. And we have an RSI at 25 to 30, and a stochastic at 0. The only reading that's bothering me is the VIX, and we need a VIX to be in at least 22 to 25 minimum, and it's at 18 and a half, and that's kind of scary. But we do have a zigzag that's A equals C, and we have an RSI at bottom readings and a stochastic at 0, between 0 and 10, which is a good sign. But again, that VIX is kind of scary, so we can't count out a drop to as low as 11,550 in the Dow. So if we're going to bottom, we bottom here today. That's our wrap.